A lot of people believe that virtual experiences and virtual conferences cannot be as amazing as live in-person ones. And while I kind of agree, and I love live experiences, there are things you can do to make your virtual experiences amazing and fun. Here's a few of them. Recently, a lot of us have had to pivot from doing live in-person experiences to virtual conferences and events. I know it's been a big transition for me to move into that new space, and I wanted to share with you some of the areas that I've learned to focus on to make sure I deliver a powerful virtual experience. So the thing is that a lot of us, I used to have the belief that a virtual experience couldn't be as transformational as a live one. And to be honest, there's a part of me that still believes that. There's something that happens when human beings gather in person. There's a magic that I don't think can really be replicated fully online. But there are ways that we can do things online that we could never do in person. We can tap into certain aspects of technology and these platforms like Zoom to do things that you can't really do very effectively in person. So I feel like there are pros and cons. And so in this video, I'm going to be sharing some of the things that I found work really well when you create a virtual conference. So obviously the number one most important thing that's going to happen in any conference, virtual or in person, is the content of the conference. What is it about? What's the theme of it? What's the outcome that you're looking to create for people? And in order to really design that, you want to think about, well, who's going to be there? Who's my audience? Who are these people? What are their pain points? What are their problems? And what are the solutions that they're looking for? So first and foremost, it's conceptually getting a sense of what this virtual conference is going to be about. Creating the vision of the conference is step one. And that's true whether you're doing a live event or you're doing a virtual one. The next thing to be thinking about is, what's the format that you're going to use? Are you going to be using a Zoom platform? Are you going to use a Facebook Live platform? Are you going to use StreamYard or any of these other things? And the reason why I believe that this is important to figure out up front is because each platform is going to have different features that you can tap into. For example, on the Zoom platform, you have a breakout feature that I find is really effective for virtual conferences. If you have 100 people all learning from a presenter the whole conference, let's call it a 3-day conference, and all you've got is talking head speakers on a camera, it's gonna get really old really fast. And so you can break up that monotony by creating activities and by creating breakouts that people can go and have a smaller group experience and share and participate and converse together instead of all just the whole time just receiving and just being a passive observer of an event. Online, one of the challenges we can run into is that it's so easy for people to be passive observers, to just sit in their chairs and watch and turn off their camera. We don't even know if they're paying attention, right? So thinking about ways to engage the audience, your platform is going to create a lot of those opportunities. Just like with an in-person conference, who you bring in to lead makes all the difference in the world. Who are your presenters going to be? Are they going to be experts in the field, professional facilitators, superstars and celebrities, right? Like, think about who are the people you want to bring to your audience to deliver the most powerful transformational experience. Another really important thing that I used to not do very effectively was getting support for your virtual conference. See, I'm fairly tech savvy and I've been using Zoom for years. So when it came time to run my first retreat on Zoom, I did it myself. That was a mistake. I highly recommend, no matter what size your event, mine was only 19 people, I highly recommend having one dedicated tech support person, and that their whole job is just to make sure things are running smoothly on the back end. That if people get bumped off the call, that they can get back in, that they change the settings if they need to, that they're putting a screen when there's a break that says how many minutes are left of the break. The more you can have someone else do that, the more effective you're going to be at your own event, the more calm and relaxed you're going to be at your own event. It doesn't really work ever, from what I've seen, for you to be both the facilitator or MC or host of an event and be the tech logistics person. One of the dangers with online events is that they can be boring, that people can just kind of detach and disconnect from the experience because nobody's watching them. You can just turn off your camera, nobody knows what you're doing. Or even with the camera on, some people are staring at the screen, but they're working on their emails. One way to counteract that is to mix it up, to keep it interesting, to keep switching the way that stuff is being delivered, and to have shorter but more intensive bursts of activity. In a normal conference, you might just let people go for an hour for lunch. But in a virtual conference, what if you can break people out into small lunch groups so that they can connect? One of the things we did at our recent retreat was when we did the lunch break, we let people know ahead of time to prepare lunch and have it ready so that it wouldn't take them very long to make it. And then to bring their lunch back to their desk, and we were going to break them out into groups, and then each person in each group got to take the group on a tour of one thing that they wanted to show them in their house. So somebody might take them over to a painting that was really meaningful to them. Another person might show them the dog that's sleeping in the corner of the office. The idea was this is something you couldn't do in a live conference. You can't take someone into your living room in a live conference, but you can do that online. Another thing that we did was we sent everybody ahead of time, we sent a care package. And in the care package, it gave them things like a bath bomb to help them relax during the event, a candle, incense to burn that was natural and smelled really good. And we also sent funky costume glasses so that at one point we could tell everybody, all right, pull out your funky glasses, and everybody puts them on. Everybody has different glasses. We ordered these from Amazon. And then we could take screenshots of these funny moments of everybody wearing the glasses and post them on social media so that it helps to generate more interest and attention. Another thing that we did was we gave pom-poms. So everybody's box, everybody's care package had different colored pom-poms so that whenever someone did something or said something awesome, or whenever we needed to applaud, everybody would just shake the pom-poms. Because it's really weird when you can't hear people applauding, right? But you can shake the pom-poms and you can get the sense that something, awesome is happening. So these are some creative ways to keep the event fun and engaging, even though you're in two dimensions. If this was interesting to you and you want to have more ideas for how you can create and monetize events and experiences, then check out my other YouTube videos on this topic. I have a whole playlist on events and conferences and retreats, and you can find tons of information there. So subscribe to my channel and check out some of my other playlists. Enjoy.